Hey guys, this is Tom Bucks here in Tokyo, Japan still. This is my last day here. Gonna be flying out to Korea before I head back, but even though I am not at home, I can still make videos just at a budget. I did bring a lot of my equipment, so, you know, here we are. Anyways, today is gonna be a bit of a ban list prediction for probably post-September. I'm guessing around September, but before YCS Vancouver. Maybe that's probably my guess. But if I'm wrong, then YCS Vancouver is gonna be full of cash Tira. I really hope that's not the case, but that's just a prediction here. Because why would they want that? I think it's like, it's already post-Worlds, it's time to roll into a new season. That's my date prediction. And you know what, before I get into like too much of the list here, this room is crazy cool. We got like, I think there's enough to sleep 8 people in this room, and there's even like an onsen, a private onsen in the back. This actually goes outside. It's like pretty crazy. Anyways, you guys can see the B-roll. But in terms of the ban prediction, here we go. I have to go with it. I have my phone list right here. Number 1, ban cards, a Rise Heart. I think that card's gotta go. It's even at 1. It dictates the format way too much. Lots of decks can't play. And you can't introduce new decks if they need to use the graveyard or anything like that, or use things to send cards into the grave. That doesn't work. Rise Heart being there just makes everything so much more difficult. Another card to be banned to 0, Eradicator, Epidemic Virus. That card should go to 0, honestly. It's just because Labyrinth can abuse it. And it's not just Labyrinth. Kashtira abused it, Branded abused it, Dragon Link abused it. I think anyone that could side it will side it, and it really just blows out a lot of decks. If Konami's gonna design decks where it's so spell heavy focused, then this card doesn't seem like, you know, that great for the new product coming up. So that being said, Eradicator to 0. And next we have Dimensional Shifter to 0. Kind of the same boat as the Rise Heart. I kind of want to treat this one like a little bit of a maxi almost. Maybe I am a little bit, you know, pushing a bit hard. I love using this card. It's won me so many games. It basically pushed me into top 8 a couple of times. So I would say D-Shifter. I don't like playing against it, but I love using it against people. You guys can let me know down in the comment section what you think about Dimensional Shifter going to 0. It feels like it's almost like a maxi. You can't have it like at 1 or 2. It feels like a sack card. At 3, then you just expect it as a part of the format. But if it's at 0, then it seems kind of don't have to account for it. All right, now let's go into some of the limited cards. Limited cards, I have Skill Drain to 1, just more stuff against Labyrinth, I suppose. I mean, imagine being able to break Labyrinth, but the only card that kind of got in the way was just a Floodgate. And it's a Floodgate that they just shove so many copies of, and all their monsters are naturally bigger than you. And for most Floodgate-based decks, they just love playing Skill Drain. Like all these trap-based decks, it's like, I have large monster and I play Skill Drain. And then they play all the other Floodgates. But that being said, Skill Drain being the one that usually just blocks you from going into your own combos. So yeah, that's that one there. So going into one, first one is going to be Dragon Link, Magnemite, and Druid's Worm, both of them going to 1. Magnemite has proven itself to be the strongest. Even at Worlds at 1, it was really good. And in terms of like a Dragon Link combo, if you can resolve one Magnemite and cycle the Branded Regain, it doesn't make too much of a difference. This is more of a consistency hit more than anything. Same with Druid Swarm, just mainly consistency and making sure that the follow-up isn't too strong where you always get free board clears along the way. And then Pearlie's Sleepy Memory. This has been, I guess, a very interesting card. I think it should have been Sleepy Memory to 1 rather than the Delicious Memory. I think that was the intention the entire time, which is why Sleepy Memory came out as a common, expecting an early hit to 1, but then they hit Delicious Memory and left Sleepy at 3, and that made probably Pearlie being the strongest deck right now. It's ridiculously, it's like crazy of how strong Pearlie is thanks to triple Sleepy Memory. The consistency is just out of this world. That card is likely going to go to 1 just to match up with OCG, because OCG has already experienced this problem, and you know, the rarity kind of speaks for itself. Another card going to 1, this is kind of a strange one. I don't think it was you know, a top choice. Maybe this is just whatever it is, my personal choice here. Jasmine to 1, Aromaseraphine Jasmine, the Link one, just so that it adds a little bit more of a choke point for Rika, so that they can't overextend. If you're like really good with the deck, then you know that, you know, the Jasmine usually would be a choke point, unless of course they can't time it right, and then even if you negate it, they just make a second one, and when they make a second one, you kind of just, you know, you just have to eat the rest of the combo. That deck can just combo through so hard through so many things. which is why you're adding a little bit of a weakness to them. One more card to get limited, the Kashtira Field Spell, Wraith Soth. Okay, that's cool. That can go to one as well. It's really powerful. It is one of the most powerful cards in the entire deck after all. It gives you the pop, it gives you the monsters. It's like many other really powerful field spell. Don't know if that's gonna go through if a Rise Heart is banned, but it does seem like it's a step in the right direction as well. In terms of, I guess now for semi-limits, we're looking at just Birth to 2. And I think that's really it for me. Birth to 2, and I don't really see anything else really getting down to 2. So why don't we take a look at some of the stuff that can come back. You know, this is the wish list part of things. In terms of the first thing for wish listing Unicorn to 3, if they were to kind of kill a Rise Heart, hit the field spell to 1, then Unicorn can come back to 3. I don't think that's that big of an issue. Sure, it does impact some people's definition of extra deck building, but I think it's at 1, if you play into it, you play into it, then that's it. It's not like they're looking at your extra deck during their own turn just to rip you apart, unless of course you're forcing an Ash on them. Okay, well that's your own fault at that point. That's always something we've been able to play around, not that big of an issue. Things to come back. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, Dragon Rulers. Okay, Redox and Tidal can go to 1. I mean, we've been experimenting. If they hit Dragons like Magnemite, I think they can try to put Redox and Tidal back. Yes, I know that Redox probably would bring some level of issues for Earth-based decks in the future, but I don't think now is that time. Titles and give Water decks a little bit more to play. Maybe we'll be able to kind of revitalize a little bit of Dragon Ruler Link or whatever you might call it. You might even see it shoved in cash here because they're all level 7s after all, and that might be an option for them, and they do have multiple attributes to play with. And then Divine Wind Field Spell, that can come back to 3. I like somehow Gen X Ally Birdman breaks the thing. It's possible. I'm not gonna write that off. And as for one thing that's mainly there for product support push, I would say Miscellaneous to 2. I would not say Miscellaneous to 3 for one reason. It puts the game on easy mode for the dinosaur players. I don't think you deserve easy mode, but I don't think that you should be completely punished for, I guess, trying to play Miscellaneousaurus. But if they're trying to push products for dinosaurs, considering that they are pushing a lot of dinosaur product right now, and if they need the player base to kind of jump on that, and if they want new players to jump on it, they do need to kind of lower the difficulty just a bit, just so they're not auto-countered all the time by one copy of Ash Blossom. The deck is still really good. I mean, people are still playing Droll, and it seems like we're still moving forward to another Droll-based format.
What is, if you could put one card on the Forbidden Unlimited list, what would it be?
Dimensional Barrier.
Dimensional Barrier.
Floodgates are super unhealthy for the game, and lingering floodgates are even worse because you can't even pop them.
Shifter.
Dimensional Shifter.
Yeah.
Why would that be?
I like tournament. Also, every fun deck I try to make loses a shifter, and it's getting really irritating at this point.
If you could put one card on the Forbidden Unlimited list, which is the one card that you would personally choose?
I don't know. It's a hard one.
That's all I can come up with without a computer. If you guys like this banlist prediction or disagree or agree, leave it down in the comment section. I know this is usually a heated topic. You know, is it going to come out before YCS Vancouver? Is it going to come out after maybe YCS Cancun? Who knows? But what do you think belongs on the list? What deck are you guys playing if you're going to be mentioning it? And that's all I got for this video, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, smash that thumbs up button. If you guys want to see more stuff from MST.TV, while I'm still kind of traveling around, so I'm going to sneak in a little bit of, you know, travel footage just so that you guys know what's going on. There's a lot of cool things happening aside from Yu-Gi-Oh! And yes, I'm still kind of finishing up the world's content, so that's all I got for you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next one.